Hey everybody, what's up everyone? Goodness gracious, oh my godness, what the goodness this is. And you know what to do, don't stop believing, like Santa Claus, Santa Jesus, Christ Claus, and teeth, chewing, gnashing me, teeth of God sinking into me, tongue of mouth speaking, creating this thing. Thing, tongue of mouth, two chords of throat, wind of lungs, burp of digestion. Anyway, yeah. I'm doing this 90-day pregnant pause for progress, profit, and reprioritization of my life. I have a advisor in this. I was gonna do 30 days, and he said that basically once you do something for 90 days, then you actually kind of naturally have some pride about it. I was thinking about doing it for 30 days. This advisor friend of mine had a vicious relationship with alcohol and some intense substances as well, and knew that I had a profound relationship with cannabis. Cannabis for me, I like to say ganja yoga was the gateway drug to fitness for me, and that's true actually, for sure. What a good fit it was to help me come out of the situation that I came from. Without shaming anyone, it was a situation that understandably was overprotected, actually. It wasn't allowed to be strong or athletic in many ways, but actually very naturally had a lot of hustle in him. I'm fairly sure this is true, actually. More hustle than most of the kids in his group, I think. Me, Joey, the little kid I was. I don't know if this is me, but that's him. Anyways, it's my kid, Joey. And, yeah, so, you know, I was fairly very dedicated to cannabis in many ways. And in many ways, I could say it was hugely developmental of who I be, without saying that's necessarily a bad or a good thing. I think it's good, though. I guess I am saying that because I can, and I want to, and I care about him. I can speak nicely about my kid. I can. He, not I, he. That's just a way for me to be compassionate. I notice that I sometimes am not, I have been in my life less forgiving of him, of me. But if I think of him as he, then I can be compassionate and just be like, oh man, like, you know, like, yeah, you know, like, you know, like, you're doing the best you can, you know. Like today, I met a guy who had been sober from meth for, I think, like 3 years or 4 years. He drove me somewhere. Another friend of mine introduced me to him, and he had done meth like last week or something like that. But he had a period of time where I guess meth was like a big part of his life, and he was surprised that he did it last week for the first time in like many years. He's a fairly well put together guy, actually, and I noticed I sort of have, you know, no judgment to him. I have kindness, consideration, and conscious understanding for the reasons that someone such as him would have ever done such a thing. Actually, he told me his story. It's so understandable. There are things in his life, in Joey's life, in what I call my life, that at times I feel shame about. But if my friend had felt shame about meth, you know, I would be like, maybe that shame is for something, but I don't want to, it's not like something that I want to, like, you know, pour gasoline on. In fact, I don't want to do that at all. Actually, he's a guy who I kind of want to co-create some things with. And he had a pretty good mindset about where he's at and understood what had happened. For 2 days he did this thing and told me about what it was like. And I just thought afterwards of the things that I have, that Joey has, that me has, that he has, felt some shame about. And some shame about means it's something to do with survival. Actually, it's something to do about tribal survival, ostracism. Something to do about if you're bad for your tribe, then your tribe kind of should make you die, and maybe just because they neglect you, you end up in nature and eaten by a lion or something like this. But certainly some of the things that Joey, had felt that about, had felt bad about, had felt shame about, were messaged to him that because he had done such things, would become a horrible person, actually. So it's understandable why he has some fear to speak about it. Also, Joey, me, I don't want to have it be that my clients, when I am about ready to do a session on them, that they think about some of those things that that are kind of not that great. I don't want them to think of, when I'm about ready to give them a massage, I don't want them to think about even their compassion on the kid that I was and why I would have gone through such things. So anyways, and those things include, but are not limited to, eating unhealthy. Nowadays, lately, I've ate more unhealthy than usual, actually, for the last few years. And marijuana, knowing that I'm doing too much of it. Same thing with coffee or caffeine. So right now it's been 5 days of no cannabis, and I think 4 days of no caffeine. I was listening to this guy on YouTube, Milo. He wrote this book called The Law, which is hey, no matter what appearances appear to appear, I still stand in the fact that I am him. I am the man. I am is the way. And standing in the creation that I am creating myself to be. So that guy, Ben, he just posted some videos about his substances, including cannabis and caffeine. He's going to do cannabis once a month. He had a very similar kind of conversation about when he spoke about cannabis and his relationship with it. I was like, yeah, I understand what you're saying exactly. But I like this idea, 90-day. My mentor friend and advisor said, if you do this daily journal journey thing, then he said if you did mess up on day 37, you would just have, if you promise that you're gonna do it daily, then you'll either have to hide, or if you are gonna do what you're gonna do daily, which is this speaking in I think they call this long form content, then you might need to confess or something like that, and that's going to be whatever it is. But yeah, 90 days, a different kind of pride. Interestingly, my advisor friend said to me, when you do something for a long time, just naturally you have this pride over the reasons why you do it, and to reestablish that's kind of cool. That's what I'm looking forward to see what it will do. I imagine it'll do various things. I know that I do feel, more space. I am choosing in the past, like today, I had an option for a call that I'm going to do tomorrow, either at 9, 10, or 11. And maybe in the past I would have done 11 because I might have thought that I might stay up later because I'm going to be having caffeine and cannabis in me and might stay up late and get creative or something like that. Various ways, things that I'm doing that are more productive. But yeah, this is, in some ways, I'm calling it the 90-day MoreMan March. March for more prosperity, more profit, some progress. So making daily disciplined downloads and deposits into my mind, body, heart, being, business, and relationship. No more private speaking, instead public. No more private smoking, instead public speaking. Public speaking here in this YouTube thing. And also, maybe I'm going to go to the Mormon church when they have the podium be open to the public on their fast and testimony meetings, which is usually the first Sunday of every month. I'll just go there and talk about saying no to things. Yeah, it sounds kind of awesome, actually, and good-natured. And I won't swear, and I'll wear a button-up shirt, and I'll go there looking for treasure and forgive what I don't agree with. And maybe if I'm going to be an activist, I'll wait till after, probably, if there's anything to be an activist about. Anyways, join in the journey. Subscribe, chime in below, have me know what you have to think, what you have to say about what this is, and maybe you want to join in your own 90-day MoreMan March or WowMan program. And I think it'll just start to ratchet up a few more specific protocols I'll be doing extra. For now, not doing some things, putting some things in those places already happening. And yeah, I should be doing these videos every day, so come back, check on me, and have me know if you choose to choose to do your own MoreMan March or WowMan program. Okay, big hugs, much love.